and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to do a get to know me video because a couple people requested it, and basically I've had a few new subscribers and followers and stuff because of uni tips videos, so I kind of want to introduce myself a little bit. So the basics: my name is Rachel, I'm from the northwest of the UK and I'm 22. I did a politics degree at Lancaster University. I have a cat, she's called Millie. Yeah. I've got some questions on my laptop here to kind of give me a little bit of assistance because I am terrible at trying to talk about random things about myself. So I'm just going to start off strong. One of the questions on here is, what is your proudest accomplishment? So my proudest accomplishment is probably making my videos about OCD. It took a lot of guts to kind of do them, so I'm very proud of doing them, and also because of that video someone from BBC Radio 1 got in contact and I ended up talking about OCD on BBC Radio 1, which is like crazy. So yeah, raising awareness about OCD and that sort of thing, because people have messaged me as well being like, hey, I didn't know what OCD was, you know, I think I might actually have it, and then like people have said, you know, your videos help, that sort of thing, and that's kind of what I want to do, so I'm quite proud of that, if that makes sense. It's my favourite book to read. So it used to be Stolen by Lucy Christopher. I also love The Giver. That's an absolutely fantastic book, but I've not read it for a while, so I want to read that again. I love The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, but well, this week I read a book called The Family Upstairs by Lisa Jewell, maybe? Fantastic book. Honestly, it might be my new favourite book. It was really fun. It's like a thriller. I loved it. If that was like a Netflix TV show or film, I would probably a film. I feel like it would be a good Netflix film. It would be really, really good. But yeah, honestly, it was such a good book. I really liked it. When I was younger, I used to be obsessed with the Hunger Games. I was very much a Hunger Games girl. I watched the film so many times. I absolutely loved it. So that kind of got me like back into reading. And then when I was like really, really little, I loved the Rainbow Fairy ones. What is the last movie I went to and what did I think? So the last movie I went to was actually a James Bond one. I think it was Tomorrow. No, it wasn't Tomorrow Never Dies. I think it was The World Is Not Enough. Yeah, it was The World Is Not Enough. It was quite good. It was not as good as GoldenEye, if we're talking about the Pierce Brosnan ones, but basically in cinemas, because it's the James Bond like 60th anniversary, they're showing all the old ones in, so me and my dad have been going like every week and watching them. But yeah, I've actually been really enjoying them because a lot of them I've not like seen, unbelievably, because my dad's like a big James Bond fan, but I've not actually seen a lot of them, so it's been nice to watch them. But yeah, it was quite good. I have a Letterboxd account and I rated it, I think I gave it a 3 out of 5, which is actually quite high for me because I'm quite a negative reviewer. I think I give a lot of films like half stars. If you wonder what the worst film I ever saw was, it is Mother! Exclamation point. I hated it. I was so angry when I finished, because I wanted to watch it for so long, and when I finished it I was so angry. I remember watching it at university. I came out and I took, because my friends already knew I was watching it, and I was so angry. Like I was fuming. I just thought it was so bad. I think it's the only film I've given like half a star to on Letterboxd, because you couldn't give it 0 stars, because if I gave it 0 stars, like I would, if I could, I would have, because I hated it. But the last movie I actually saw, well, I watched, I've not finished it yet because I fell asleep because I was sleepy, A Cure for Wellness. It's quite good. It's a little bit weird, but it's quite good. I also watched some like independent one that was very low budget called Halloween Party on Amazon Prime. We didn't finish it. Yeah, it wasn't for us. What would you sing at karaoke night? All Too Well, the 10-minute version. I would not actually sing the 10-minute version, that'd be so annoying. I would do a Taylor Swift one, because I love Taylor Swift and it's the only ones I know all the words to. Actually, maybe I'd do an Olivia Rodrigo. A Good For You would be quite fun. Or like a love story. I think I've only ever done karaoke once. I did it at a club in Lancaster and we did Taylor Swift, and then I think we also did Mr. Brightside. I mean, that's not surprising, is it? If you could only eat one meal for the rest of your life, what would it be? Nando's. My Nando's order is butterfly chicken, peri salted chips and the rice. Sometimes instead of the chips I get a garlic bread. I also really like the broccoli. The broccoli is really good, but my favourite thing is the rice. I love the rice so much. It's my favourite thing. Do you like or dislike surprises? Why or why not? It depends, because I have like anxiety, so sometimes surprises stress me out because I like to plan things in advance, but also sometimes when I plan things in advance I think too much about them and get really, really stressed. So sometimes I like them and sometimes I don't. It just kind of depends on what mood I'm in. Yeah. But I also I'd like to know like beforehand so I have enough time to get ready as well, because I don't like not being ready for things. And I like to be able to do my hair and like a little bit of tan. Only a little bit. If money was no object, what would you do all day? At Disneyland. Me and all my friends and my family would go to Disneyland and we'd have a great time. And I'd buy like loads of stuff. And then Taylor Swift's also performing in Disneyland as well. That would be like my perfect day, I think. Yeah. If you could go back in time, what year would you travel to? I think about this a lot because personally I hate the idea of time travel. I think it's terrifying. One, because it never makes any sense, you know, there's like different versions of time travel. Like if you go back and like eliminated your younger self, then the person who then eliminated your younger self wouldn't have existed because you eliminated her at that age, so it doesn't make sense. I hate time travel. But I've loved time travel films, like Back to the Future is really, really good. And there's that one episode of Phineas and Ferb with time travel, which is fantastic. But I have a personal vendetta against time travel. I don't know why. It's just one of those things. If it's real, oh my gosh, I'd be so annoyed. But yeah, I don't know, where would I go back to? I like to see dinosaurs, like if I could watch them in like a bubble, so I don't have to like actually see them, but I'd like to see what they look like. Maybe like the 90s and like go to a theme park in the 90s or something. I don't know. How would my friends describe you? Annoying. No, I think they quite like me, so I think they'd say that I'm quite nice. I'm funny. I definitely think sometimes I'm funny. I'm not always funny, but sometimes I'm quite funny. Loud sometimes. Yeah. Terrible replier. I need to improve on that. I do know that. What is the best gift you've ever received? Okay. One of my favourite gifts, so basically for graduation, I graduated last year, my dad got me the Sony vlogging camera, which I'm actually recording on right now. So that's been a really, really good gift because like I feel like it's improved my videos dramatically and I just feel more happy with my videos, so that's been a good gift. But honestly, any gift, I appreciate all gifts. Like I think gifts are really nice, like it's the thought that goes into them, so all of them. The worst gift I've ever received. When I was really young, I think someone got me Turkish Delights, and I hate Turkish Delights. Well, I've never had Turkish Delights, but I know I wouldn't like them because I'm a fussy eater, so that. And any kind of bath products actually, like, you know those bath gift sets you can get, unless you like properly know me. And you like, I got eczema, so I react to a lot of stuff. So when people used to get those like really, really cheap like bath sets, it was very nice that they thought of me and stuff and they got me a gift, but I would react to them, so I couldn't ever use them. So they were kind of not great gifts. How many pairs of shoes do you own? I don't have like loads, but I get attached to like one shoe and wear that until it's completely worn out and just kind of repeat. There was this one shoe, it was this shoe I got in 2013 from the like Converse outlet shop in Orlando, and it had like a American like flag on it and it had no laces, it was elastic, so I loved that because my laces never came undone and they were just very easy to slip on and off. I wore them every day, like every time I went out. They were the only shoes I would wear for 2-3 years, genuinely, every time. And I always had to like make sure I cut my shoes off in photos because I was worried people would judge me because I always wore the same shoes. But yeah, but now I don't know, I have a few. More than 10 probably, but not like loads. I won't say I've got loads. If you're a superhero, what powers would you have? See, I would say flying, but I think I'd be scared. Oh my gosh, I'm terrible at all these answers. There's a wasp. See, I would say read minds as well, but then I don't think I'd enjoy that because I think it'd upset me. But then sometimes it could help, so I feel like read minds, but if they'd upset me, no. Basically. What would I do if I won the lottery? Go to Disneyland. No, if I won the lottery, I would... Oh my gosh, I don't know what I'd do. I do. I would go to all the Disneys in the world with my family. I think that'd be really fun. Me and my friends would have fun. I'd get a house. I'd definitely get a house or a flat or something, you know, I'd live somewhere cool. I'd buy an expensive chess set. I've always wanted like a really, really expensive chess set. You know, those ones you see in Harrods that are like really like cool, because I feel like there's just so many cool chess sets. Like I have a chess set downstairs, but it's like a kiddie one. I want like a proper chess set. That's what is my favourite zoo animal? Red panda. I absolutely love red pandas. I think red pandas are the cutest things ever. I remember the first time I ever saw one was at Chester Zoo when I was like 9 or something, and oh my gosh, I was so like, they were so cute. But those ones that you hardly ever see because they're always like in the trees, but whenever I see them I'm happy. Ones that I always see though, I like meerkats. I love to see meerkats. I think meerkats are really funny, the way they stand up on their back legs. So meerkats and red pandas, I love them. But I like all animals really, I think they're fun. I love zoos. How many pillows do you sleep with? 3. So I have one for my head, sometimes 2 for my head depending on how flat it is. Another one I like to hug. Yeah, and then I also have one at like the end of my bed as well, because I have a pillow that I nap on and then a pillow I sleep on, because obviously I wear makeup and I don't want to take my makeup off to nap because I like to nap and then go. So I have a spare one at the end of my bed to nap. I also have like smaller pillows as well. I have loads of Taylor Swift blankets. I've got like 4 Taylor Swift blankets. I've got like a fluffy pink one and then I've got like a purple one with like holes. What's the tallest building I've been to the top of? Probably the One World Tower in New York. I think that is the tallest building I've been to the top of. Yeah, I definitely want to say that is. Honestly, I wasn't that impressed with that. I went in 2015, the year it opened, and because it's not open top, it wasn't as fun, and like they were giving out like iPads and stuff that like you could like view stuff on, so everyone was like looking at the iPads rather than the view. So I don't know, I just didn't really like it when I went. My favourite place, like my favourite place to view things is probably the top of the rock in New York. I think it is the most beautiful view ever, day and night. I literally love it so much. Whenever I'm there, I'm happy. I absolutely love the top of the rock. I think it's a fantastic view. So if you're in New York, definitely go to the top of the rock rather than the top of the Empire State Building, because the benefit of the top of the rock is you can see the Empire State, whereas if you go to the top of the Empire State, guess what you can't see? The Empire State Building, which is what you want to see. How long does it take you to get ready in the morning? It really varies. Probably about 20 minutes. I think I can get ready in 20 minutes if I need to. Especially if I can do like my makeup like on the car on the way. I can get ready quite quickly, like if it's like needed, but like if I'm going like out, it's gonna take me about 40 minutes really, because I do my makeup. It's my favourite movie. So I really like Jurassic Park. Jurassic Park is one of my ultimate favourite movies. I think it's a fantastic movie. I also love Meet the Robinsons and Tangled. The Mummy, I love The Mummy. I love all the Indiana Jones films. The second Harry Potter, that's my favourite of the Harry Potters. I love a horror film. I love horror films. Scream are fantastic. My favourite horror film is probably Us. I think that is absolutely a fantastic horror film. Genuinely one of the best horror films I've ever seen. It's so good. I love it. What was my favourite subject in school? So while I was in like high school, it was probably history, because I was quite good at history. But then I was like, oh, I'm actually quite good at maths, because basically my GCSE maths tutor was like, teacher, thought I was gonna get a C, like he predicted me a C. I was like, cool, because like the rest of my family could do maths, so I was like, this is weird. And then I was like good at maths, like I knew the answers to stuff, and I was like, I enjoyed it, but because I always kind of thought I was bad because he told me I would get a C, like I was always a bit like shy about it. But then I got an A star at GCSE, so, and I did it at an A level, so I did like maths, but he just told me that I would do badly. So yeah. Do I collect anything? I don't think anything like specific. I collect like Taylor Swift stuff, but I don't collect like loads of pop figures. You know what I mean? Like I don't have one like specific thing I collect. Like my sister collects pins. I don't really collect pins. If I see the odd one I like, I get it, but I don't collect them. Taylor Swift stuff I like. I like getting a Hard Rock Cafe t-shirt when I go to somewhere new. But I don't collect anything like specific. Is there anything you wished would come back into fashion? To be honest, I'm loving like the 90s fashion that's coming in now, and like the early 2000s, kind of like the jelly shoes and the like bright pinks and purples and like pastels and all sorts. I love that. I think it's like very me colours and stuff, so I'm happy that's back in fashion. I don't want scrunchies to go out of fashion. I feel like scrunchies are going out of fashion and I'm really sad about it, because I used to just have a scrunchie on my wrist as a fashion accessory because I love scrunchies. I think they're fun. What 3 things do you think of most of each day? My cat Millie. I'm always thinking of her because she's cute. Whatever the most recent book or film I read is, my mind just becomes completely occupied with it for like until the next thing I watch or read. And have I drunk enough water today? And the answer is usually no, I need to drink more. What was your first job? So my first job was actually working at like a toy shop, which was really fun. I did it like while I was in my first year of uni. It was like my first experience, you know, doing a job. It was quite quiet, which was quite fun, but I enjoyed it. You know, it was quite funny at times because like kids are kids. So yeah, I enjoyed it. It was quite fun. What is my most prized possession? That's an interesting one. I like my Taylor Swift cardigan, because I got it for £49 and now it goes for like £200, so I really like that. That's quite a prized one. I love my camera, that's good. Usually like Taylor Swift things, so like when I met Taylor Swift I got 2 signed pictures, one for me, one for my mum. They're quite like a prized possession for me because like they are attached to a special memory. What are you most thankful for? My family like supporting me and like, you know, through whatever, through like my mental health things and through just basically everything in life, they always support me, so I'm most thankful for them. I'm very appreciative of them and everything they do for me, so yeah. But yeah, they are a few kind of things about getting to know me. Hope you liked it. If there's any other questions, I'll reply to them in the comments. I doubt it. But yeah, I hope you liked this video, and if you did, make sure you like and subscribe. It would mean the absolute world to me. And also if you click the bell icon, then you'll be notified every time I post. I also have a Patreon now, so if that's kind of your thing, you'd like to support me on there, that would be super cool. I post like exclusive videos on there and just kind of write a lot of things on there, so that'd be cool. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video and have a really great day.